The very first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is I want to get my head right. I do this thing called priming.
Successful people have a morning routine that primes them for success.
There is one habit that I have adopted in the last 3 years that has fundamentally changed me as a business person.
Rise and shine, it's Entspresso time.
I wake up every morning.
Espresso keep me going.
I wake up every morning.
Hey, it's Carmichael, and this channel is created to help you overcome the #1 challenge that is holding you back, a lack of belief in yourself. You watch these videos because you know there's something more inside you too. You have Michael Jordan level talent at something. So let's start your day off right together. Grab your coffee and sip on today's message from Tony Robbins. Also, if you want to have more motivation, confidence, and self-love, check out my 254 series. They're free. The links to join are in the description below.
You got to separate the vehicle from the outcome. What is it that's going to truly fulfill you? What is it that's going to give you that extraordinary life?
The fact that human beings, our strongest drive is the need to stay consistent with how we define ourselves.
What's going to fulfill you is different than the other person next to you. You're not going to learn that from anybody else. And you got to find it, because success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. The very first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is I want to get my head right. I do this thing called priming. Now, some people get up in the morning and they meditate. And I think meditation is wonderful, but I haven't met many people that can not think thoughts. This is a different outcome. This is about priming yourself. It's about putting yourself in a state where your mind and body will respond accordingly. We'll do 3 steps. It's really simple, over 10 minutes. So why don't you sit down and I'll guide you through it. So just get really comfortable. You want to be sitting up. Is that back enough for you to be able to relax?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, cool. And then the first thing you're going to do is your hands are going to come up as you take the breath in, and then you're going to explode out the nose, down. Explosive. That's it. Good. That's it. Keep going. 2 more. Good. Now relax. Keep your eyes closed. Have your hands open if you would on your lap, face up like that. Just feel whatever you feel. Just take it in. And you don't even have to respond to me anymore. You just enjoy it and take it in. And now just let your body relax deeply. And I'd like you to begin to think of a moment in your life you could feel really grateful for if you wanted to. It could be something little, Rich, or it could be something big. It doesn't matter. It could be from your childhood or this week. It doesn't matter. Do your best to remember it and then step into it as if you were there, kind of like stepping in your body and seeing what you saw then through your own eyes, hearing what you heard then, feeling what you felt then. Just savor it. Maximize that sense of appreciation or enjoyment or gratitude. Enjoy it, feel it. Fill up with it. And now we're going to shift to the last piece. Really simple. All you're going to do is focus on 3 things, one at a time, that you want to accomplish. 3 things you want to achieve. Live it and feel it and experience it. How was that?
It was good.
Yeah, what'd you feel?
It feels calming. Refreshing.
Yeah.
It's good to like escape inside myself.
Yeah.
Basically.
There's 2 worlds to master, the external world and the internal world. They both have to be mastered, but if you master the external world, you know, a la, you know, Robin Williams, but you don't master the internal world, there's a big price. This is the one to master first, and so I start my day by making that, so I have this base to do it. I'm gonna live from gratitude today. I'm gonna live from blessing, you know, I wanna be a blessing in people's life today. I'm gonna get stronger today, and I'm gonna achieve what I'm here committed to do. And the whole thing, you know, we did that one in a little less than 10 minutes, to give you an idea.
Nobody wakes up with explosive energy, ready to go and start the day. Not Tony, not me, not you, nobody, not consistently. The difference is that successful people have a morning routine that primes them for success. Consistently, every day, so they demand the best of themselves. If you want to change your life, change your outcomes, it starts with you changing your consistent morning routine. So let me share with you a recent change to my morning routine. I just came back from Puerto Rico. I was meeting with Brendan Bouchard. He had this mastermind that I was invited to with him and Tom Bilyeu and Dean Graziosi and a bunch of super high achievers, and lots of fun. And at the end, he gave us this, which is his high performance planner. And what you do here every day is you fill it out and you put, let me go to today's date. There's monthly, weekly, daily goals, right? and you fill this out. Now, I haven't filled it. I don't use it as a calendar where you fill out what's happening every day. I still use Google Calendar for that. But it primes you with questions. So it says, example, person I need to lead or connect with today and how to do it well. My top 3 goals, priorities, right? My first one was make amazing YouTube videos. Hope I'm doing it. Today's message to myself. You got to fill all this stuff in. One of my favorites, where is it? If I was a high performance coach looking at my life from a high level, I would tell myself to remember that. And then you fill it up, right? And so this is what Brendan does every day. I'm applying it as a test. He said, do it for the next 30 days. Most people quit after 7. Do it for at least 30. This book, I think, takes you to 60. And I'm doing it, and I'm testing it. And that's part of the process, right? The most important part right now of my morning routine is doing the thing that makes me want to soar. And so think about what makes you come alive and then put that into your morning routine. But I love trying on different hats and exploring, and Brendan does this, let me give it a shot. John Astrap does that, let me give this a shot. And then you play with it and you see, how does it make you feel? Are you ending up achieving your goals? Are you ending up being more productive? Are you ending up being happier, more energized, more fulfilled at the end of every day? And if yes, keep doing it. And if not, don't. You have to figure out what the best morning routine looks like for you. And that can come from trying on different people's hats and their schedules, but you have to have something. Everybody has something. Nobody just wakes up and then hopes that amazing things happen. Not people who are successful. A lot of people wake up like that though. A lot of people do wake up, most people wake up and hope something happens to them. Hopes they win the lottery, hopes they get the promotion, hopes some big customer calls them, right? We're just living in a land of, I hope something big happens to me, but I don't believe it's going to, as opposed to demanding excellence from yourself every day, and it begins with your morning routine. So how can you do it? I'm gonna give you a 3-step process that I think will help. Step number 1 is figure out what makes you soar. So I said this is the most important part of my morning routine. What makes you come alive and soar? What makes you feel like the work that you do matters and you have to show up today? So for me, I have to think of a message every day. I think about you guys every day. I wake up, I'm here in my Toronto condo. It's hard to imagine that 300 million people have seen my videos. That number doesn't make any sense, right? And so it's easy just to wake up and just continue to live my life, me, my dogs, my wife, and my condo, and just another okay day, right? I have to remind myself that the work that I do matters. I think of a message and then I share it, and I take out my phone and I post something to Instagram typically, right? And that sets me up. That reminds me that what I do matters, is meaningful. I need to demand excellence from myself. What is it for you? Maybe it's creating a piece of content. Maybe it's making a video. Maybe it's watching a video. Maybe this is part of your morning routine, thank you, and it helps you soar, right? Maybe it's doing a good deed. Maybe it's meditation or prayer or walking the dog or playing in the sun, like whatever it is. What makes you come alive? You have felt it before. You have felt it before. You've had moments in your life where you were bold, confident, unstoppable, powerful, where you felt like you could take on the world, right? Where you felt like your crazy ideas were possible. You felt that before. I know you have. The problem is it's not consistent. You're not consistently feeling that way. And so you need to reverse engineer yourself. Before you worry about taking on other people's routines and ideas, which are definitely helpful, reverse engineer yourself to figure out, when in your life did you feel the most bold, confident, powerful, alive, and what led to that happening? What led to that happening? And then put that into your morning routine. Demand it from yourself every day, right? So it could be reading, it could be watching video, all the things I talked about. It doesn't matter. You felt it before. Reverse engineer what that thing was and then put it into your morning routine, because if you woke up and you did the thing that made you soar, that made you feel bold, unstoppable, powerful, confident every single day, holy cow, get ready for a massive change in what your life looks like over the next year. Step number 2 is ask the high performance coach question. So again, I'm going through all of this stuff with Brendan. I'm going through all this, and my favorite question was the one I read. If I was a high performance coach, this is what you should ask every day. I like this. If I was a high performance coach looking at my life from a high level, I would tell myself to remember that. Because it's so easy, why I love this is it's so easy to look at other people's lives and say what needs to be fixed, right? You can look at your spouse, your friends, your team, your parents, your siblings, your high school mates, whatever. You can look at other people and say, that needs to be fixed. You got to go off and do this, right? You become the high performance coach for other people. And what I love about this is that you're looking at your own life today as a high performance coach. What would you tell yourself? And then they have one at the end of the day. If I was my own high performance coach, I would tell myself this statement about today. So of all the things on here, it's a great format. I like that the best. And so I would challenge you for the next 30 days to ask yourself that simple question. If you were a high performance coach looking at your life from a high level, you would tell yourself to remember that what? And then step number 3 would be, which 3 people can you model their routine? So Brendan, he's got his, and I'm modeling this for at least 30 days. I've added, John Assaraf, a friend of the channel, been on a couple times, talks about writing down your goals every day and then touching them, right? So I'll write down some goals and then I write them every day now and I'm touching them, right? That's what he does. Great. Again, you got to see what's going to work for you. Maybe I do that for 30 days and stop. Maybe it's what I do for the rest of my life. I don't know. You won't know until you do it consistently enough. So pick 3 people who you like. Pick 3 people who you respect, who you look up to. Say, this is the kind of person that I want to learn from. And then go investigate how they start their day. And then try on some of it, right? You might love The Rock and he works out for 4 hours a day. You may not be able to do that, but you could work out for an hour a day, right? Because maybe you're doing nothing every day. So it's a good starting point. Like, just get to the gym and start working out every day, right? So pick 3 people who you love, look up to, respect, admire, and then go research what are their morning routines and how can you apply one thing from each of them to see if it works for you. Now I've got a really special bonus clip that I think you're gonna enjoy, but before that, question of the day, I wanna know, what is the one thing that you need to do every morning that's gonna make you soar? That makes you feel bold, powerful, confident, unstoppable? What needs to be in your morning routine that will give you that feeling every day? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you made it this far in the video and you're willing to commit to doing something tomorrow morning, give me a hashtag believe in the comments below. I wanna celebrate you.
There is one habit that I have adopted in the last 3 years that has fundamentally changed me as a business person. And it has also changed my ability to manage my emotions so I don't get hijacked. I do not allow my phone in the bedroom. I know the research. Deloitte just did a study based on phone use alone, and 33% of people are reading emails in the middle of the night. I know that if you go to bed and the phone is right next to you, right? So you go to bed because you need your phone. Somebody might need you, and you sleep. If this is right here and it's not closed and the blue light is on, they've done studies where they have people at a table and the researcher will put their phone on the table, not even my phone, the researcher's phone, and the brain lights up like crazy, just with the presence of a phone. The research around the phone and sleep is so stunning that if you were to adopt one radical thing today other than the 5-second rule, try putting your phone outside your bedroom, turn off the so you don't hear it. Tell people who need to reach you to call you. My kids, I have a kid in college, a kid who's high school, kid in middle school. If there's an emergency, call me. There is nothing happening on your phone at 2 o'clock in the morning that's important. But if you allow yourself to become a tool of this is supposed to be your tool for selling, your tool for communicating, and we're all becoming the tool. Here's the other thing, common sense wise, that I want you to understand. You wake up, the alarm goes off. What do you do? Whoop! So you're not even vertical and you're reading emails. And what is in these emails? Other people's crap. If you don't have boundaries with this puppy, it's going to impact sleep, it's going to impact how much money you make, it's going to impact how much self-control you have. And so when I put this thing outside the bedroom and I wake up, I walk over to where the phone is, it's plugged into my bathroom, I turn it off, I don't look at it yet. I give myself 5 minutes. 5 minutes before I tune into the world to actually tune in up here and say, what's the one thing I'm going to get done today that really matters to me? If you're the kind of person that feels like you don't have control over your day, that your day gets hijacked, that you can't get to the priorities, that you're always behind the ball, this one planning thing will change your life. No phone in the bedroom, turn it off when the alarm goes off, 5 minutes, 5 lousy minutes, 5 lousy minutes before you tune into the rest of the world. And if you've got the kind of job where you've got to check it, get up 10 minutes earlier. You have control over this stuff, and it is so important that you take it seriously now because you're living at the slowest moment of your entire life.
If you want Tony Robbins to teach you how to become emotionally fit, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
I don't believe in emotional intelligence. I think it's useful, but I'm more interested in emotional fitness.